G-Dep gets hated on for a bunch of things. The shiny suits, the blatantly sampling old records, the making crossover pop, dance, hip-hop, and some people even think he destroyed hip-hop, which is funny to me because hip-hop's still alive and well, and I'm pretty sure he was destroyed by Sean Puffy Combs. On top of that, he made Biggie a way bigger star than he would have been without him. And not all their music is terrible. I don't care how much of a backpacker or indie rap guy you are. When you're in a club with a couple of cocktails, I guarantee you'll throw your rollies in the sky and wave them side to side. And on top of that, every single person that's ever worked with Puff was better off for working with Puff and Bad Boy than they were once they left Puff and Bad Boy. Because if you really look at any of those guys, G-Dep, Craig Mack, 112, none of them were bigger without Puff than they were with Puff. Except for Faith Evans. She's bigger now. Way bigger. Alex Rodriguez gets hated on all the time. He's not a team player. He's not tough. He's not good in the clutch. He makes too much money. First of all, who would turn down that much money? I don't know anybody that has a 9 to 5 that they're going to offer a contract and they're like, no, I'll do my job for less money. I'm not that good. Secondly, I don't understand that he's not a team player because all I see the guy do is hit home runs and win Golden Gloves. So if you're on his team and you're like, you see the lineup and A-Rod's 4th and you're batting 5th, and you're like, no, I can't hit after him. Not that guy. I hate that guy. He's not good in the locker room. I can't hit after him. You're the problem. T.I. can seem to do no right in the eyes of music critics or the law. Now musically, he's a little up and down. Every other album is not that great, but isn't that better than most artists that come out with a really good album and then just make progressively worse albums until we forget about them? On top of that, every other album the guy makes is made when he's about to go to jail, so let's cut him some slack. Now, personally, he does some things that are questionable, especially in a prison visiting room. But the one thing that I can't get over is the last time he got out of jail, he got on a tour bus and immediately started filming a reality show, making money. That was deemed illegal, and he was sent back to jail for violating his parole. Really? Isn't the point of jail to rehabilitate people and get them back in the workforce? This guy stepped out of jail and went right to work. If every inmate did that, we'd be in much better shape. For some reason, people love to hate on Mariah Carey, and I just don't get it. She was the biggest pop star of the 90s. She had #1 records for weeks and months at a time, and she was the most versatile singer of that decade too, because she's the only one I could think of that could do a big, crazy Celine Dion power ballad and then turn around and do a remix with ODB or Mobb Deep, and they would both be hot. Then around 2000, she had a nervous breakdown, and here's how she handled that. There was no Dr. Drew, no books, no reality TV show to recover from it. She just kind of said, yeah, I had a nervous breakdown. My bad. Let me get back to making these hits. Now, over the years, she's done a couple questionable things. She got in a battle with Eminem, and that was just silly. And then she recorded a song with Uncle Murder, and I don't really know if that's appropriate behavior for a mother of two. And then she has this insane fascination with making Christmas sexy. But aside from that, can you really take much away from Mariah Carey? 3-4 years ago, she married Nick Cannon. They're still married. That's an eternity for a celebrity marriage. And even during that, the tabloids are only reporting 2 things. One, they're trapped in a joyless, sexless marriage, or she was pregnant. It can't be both. And then like a year ago, she had twins, and all the tabloids and all the reporters and all the bloggers were like, oh, Mariah's a fat slob, she's never going to get her body back, her career's over. Well then, she goes ahead and loses like 100 pounds in the summer. She comes out and those same bloggers are like, why is she eating sensibly and working out? She should be taking care of her kids. Drake gets hated on by everybody for a ton of reasons. And while some of it's really funny, especially Big Ghostface's album review from last year, which was one of the funniest things I've ever seen on the internet, I think a lot of the hate is unwarranted. Take a look at the guy's career. In 2009, he released one of the best and most successful mixtapes of all time. In 2010, he released his real debut album that had like 7 or 8 songs on the radio, arguably the album of the year. And then in 2011, he came back with a follow-up album just as strong, letting you know he's staying around for a while. On top of that, he's the best rapper, the best singer, and the best looking guy out there. I don't understand why people don't like Drake. He's like Belle Biv DeVoe rolled up into one incredibly good-looking, incredibly well-dressed, incredibly well-mannered Canadian gentleman.